Hi everyone, it is June 15th, 2013, and it is 4:45 here on the East Coast in the morning. And the reason I'm up so late is because, well, I was on the Vaughn Live for a long time, and I was really having a nice chat with a whole bunch of people, and little did I know it was so late, and time flies, as many of you know. But I had a chance to look at some of the comments, and needless to say, you get these comments that just make me laugh. I actually really have to say, I didn't really get offended by some of the comments, even if they name call, and I'm expecting that. I get that every day. But, it amazed me that the comments were for a video that I practically did pretty much nothing. I was just walking in the street on my way to the store, and the reason I wanted to make the video is because first of all, I was asked to do more videos outside, so there's not too much I can do outside other than walk and talk. And while I was reading the comments, what really I remembered was the movie The Matrix. If anyone ever saw the first Matrix. Now, I don't think that movie was so spectacular, but it did bring out a lot of lessons. And, you can boils down to this, people. You can either live the rest of your life in a lie, or you can open your eyes and see truth. Some people, no matter what you do, say, or tell them, they will not want to live the truth. They are happy where they are, and that's all fine. That's all well and good. I say, don't bother me, I don't bother you, and we go our separate ways. But when people realize a little bit of the truth, and what I'm saying makes sense, then fear sets in, because they know that they lived all their life one way, and they have no way of turning themselves around, And what I mean by that is, if you live your life, your whole life pretty much, and you're 25, 30 years old, or however old you are, and you pretty much sell, your soul to the devil, so to speak, and you pretty much spent your money on booze and drugs and whatever, and just living nonchalantly day to day, and you didn't have any caring for what's going to be tomorrow, and you pretty much have nothing, I mean nothing, as far as an understanding of what's going on around you, and you have somebody come around and say, well, this, and this can happen, so I think you should do this, this, and this, and you have nothing else to do but to mock that person. That's one way of thinking. Now, there's nothing wrong with that way of thinking if nothing happens. If things go on the way they're going, and things get better even, then there's nothing wrong with that way of thinking. But on the other hand, if things get worse, and events play out that would pretty much upset the cart, upset the apple cart, you might say, and all the apples fall out, well, then we're in some serious, serious trouble. And I've said this many times, I've said it on my show, and I'll say it again, I, for one, know what happens during a crisis. I have seen people that have been making fun of me, and these are friends of the family, and neighbors of friends of families, and all of a sudden a crisis is upon them, and they have no idea of what to do first. So pretty much what happens is they break down and they collapse in hysterical crying, or they just don't know what to do. They're in a zombie-like state. And I've seen this. I've seen what people look like after, in a shock, almost like they've just been through a war, And I mentioned this on my channel many times, and I'll mention it on my YouTube channel because it really is important to mention. During the Hurricane Sandy thing, I've seen grown people just break down in tears. all of a sudden they just broke down. Grown people broke down in tears. I saw another person, my brother-in-law's sister's husband. So, he walked around like he just was through, shell-shocked. He didn't know what just happened to him, and I had to actually take him aside, and are you okay? Like, are you alright? You don't look okay. He goes, yeah, I'm fine. He couldn't even talk. And I finally sat him down. I'm like, what happened? What did you see, He goes, no, I just had a really bad, rough 3 days, and I have to sit down a little bit. And I'm like, what do you mean? What happened? He goes, there's no power, and my refrigerator's out, and the lights are out, and there's no hot water. I'm like, yeah, it's called a hurricane, Everyone else is dealing with it too. I said, if you would have listened to the radio, you would have known there's a hurricane coming, and you should buy flashlights and batteries and food, food that doesn't need, I said, that's what life is. You got to prepare for these things. I said, and if you're not going to prepare, and you're not going to turn on your TV and realize what's going on, then you're going to be stuck. And this is what most people are living at. Like, they wait for the last minute, and they don't know what to do. So when I have people on my channel that actually mock me, call me names, call a moron, an idiot, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. I usually delete those comments anyway and block the person only because I don't like name calling on my channel. It's just not cool. It serves no purpose. You can have your opinions and stuff and say, well, I don't think anything's going to happen. But even there's no need for name calling me a moron and stuff. I don't really get too offended because I know why they're doing it. It's total fear. It's total fear. They understand that, these things could happen, and they have no way of, preparing themselves. They have no way of preparing for food and water and supplies, because either they have no idea how to do it, or they just chose to stay in a lie, live a lie. There's a difference between taking the red pill and taking the blue pill. And if you've been taking the blue pill all your life and you don't want to take the red pill, well, I hope that you never need to suddenly wake up, because I have seen what happens when people suddenly wake up. As for me, I said it before and I'll say it again. If what I do is just prepare. I prepare for the worst, and if the worst doesn't happen, well, I'm still going to need food. I don't think I'm doing anything so crazy that deems comments like that. But then again, you have comments. Once you put yourself on the internet, you get comments from all types of people. So I have a thick skin and it doesn't really bother me. I just really, I just wanted to put this out there because, you can either live a truth or you can live a lie. If you want to live a lie all your life, so all well and good. One day, all people that lives a lie, they will eventually wake up. Everyone wakes up in their own different time. I had one woman that actually woke up and she wrote me, and she says, she goes, I always disregarded what people said on YouTube until my house was flooded. She goes, and thank you. Thank you for telling me to buy a couple of more items, because I bought just enough items to get me through the flood. I couldn't get out of my house to go shopping, and I couldn't go here, and I couldn't go there, and she thanked me. And I'm glad I opened her eyes, and her area was totally flooded. There was no way to get a supermarket, and she was an elderly woman. She couldn't get anywhere. And, there are people like that, and then there are people that either they're young or they're naive to what's going on around them. But even them, I see a time for them to wake up. But unfortunately, the time for them to wake up will probably be either too late, or they'll get into a fear area. And that's when these people will actually realize they can't eat, they can't get food, they can't get supplies. And like I said before, these are the people you have to arm yourself against and protect what you have for you and your family. Take it easy, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.